Hi, viewers. Welcome to another edition of Marie Clinic Live. How are you today? I remain your host, Moralayo Ann Obuti. How are you doing? Thank you once again for joining me on this program. Thank you so much for always following us. I'd like to crave your indulgence. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel if you are yet to do so. And do not forget to hit the like button if you do like this video. So, straight to business. Today, I'm going to be talking about an interesting topic that says that sex should not be a hassle between couples in marriage. Sex should not be a hassle, in marriage between couples. Now, why did I say this? It's because of some of the complaint that I get at the clinic, marriage clinic, and this particular complaint usually come from both the men and the women. Some of the men will be like, ma'am, I don't understand what is happening to my wife. She won't let me touch her. She will be complaining her body is paining her. She doesn't feel in the mood. At times, the woman will be like, can you imagine? My husband is not touching me. You would say he's not in the mood. For months, he may not touch me at all. This, that, that, that. Now, I want you to know that in marriage, God designed sex for marriage. Sex is not a man's idea. It wasn't a man's idea. Sex is God's idea, and God created sex, for marriage. Now, I want you to know that there is a purpose why He created that sex. He knows that sexual intimacy or sexual activity is good for both the man and the woman, and that is why He gave us sexual organs as male and female. Now, He knows that there is a purpose for it, and He knows there are benefits attached to it. That is the reason why in marriage it is part of marriage that you have sex. Now, for anyone who has subscribed to marriage, now if you went to a lady to say, you know what, I want to marry you, I love you, I want to marry you. Now, after she consents to you and you married her, it will be a big injustice to her if you now take her home, and be depriving her of sex and not give her, her dues in that marriage. Now, if you as a wife also consented to marrying a man, and after getting married to him, you are equally depriving him of sex, then you are doing it's injustice as well that you are doing to that man. It is not good, because the one who designed sex designed it for pleasure, designed it for bonding, designed it for intimacy, designed it for relieving of stress, for so many other reasons, for procreation. So when you are avoiding it, when you are depriving each other, from harnessing or enjoying, this gift, then it shows that you don't even understand the purpose of marriage or why you are in that marriage in the first time. So I'm going to be helping some of these couples, because some of the complaints are, oh, I'm always tired, oh, I'm not in the mood, oh, I'm always tired. Now, you know what? The honest truth is sexual activities requires a lot of work. But the truth is, when you when both of you are willing, to experiment, when both of you are willing to practice, when both of you are willing to talk about it, you will discover that you will find a position that is convenient for both of you. How do I mean? Now, if the position you as the man or the woman has been used to, that is so laborious, for you, that is making you tired all the time and makes you see sex as a hassle or as something that is draining you, I want you to change your position. I want you to try other position. There are some other positions that you don't need to do much physical exertion. You don't need to do much work. All you need to do is move your body here and there. You lying down, or maybe even standing or sitting. I mean, there are various positions. Now, I'm talking to the married couples here. Now, there are various positions that you can take both as the man and as the woman. Now, God has given us different parts of our bodies, you know, he has given us mobility in different parts of our bodies, and it is for flexibility during times like this, or even during our activities in life, um, in our day-to-day activities or engagement. Now, make sure that during your sexual intimacy time with your husband or with your wife, that you try to be mobile. Don't be fixed, don't be rigid, be flexible. Try to move your body, try to lift yourself a little bit. I mean, it can be a form of exercise, and it can be fun depending on how you are, depending on how you are positioning yourself. Now, you need to be well positioned, and it is not advisable that you always maintain one position all the time. No, you need to experiment. You need to try out, various positions, because if you see it as, oh, an adventure, like, okay, I'm going in for another adventure, then you won't see it as, oh, it's burdensome, it's an hassle, oh, I don't think I'm interested, I'm not in the mood. It's because both of you have not taken out time to understand each other and to experiment, or to go on an adventure whereby you both discover a position that is convenient. There has to be, a convenient position, even if you are pregnant. I mean, there is also a position you can take that can be convenient for you as the woman, and you, the man, you need to understand that, oh, the pregnant woman, the way, the position you need to take when she's now pregnant is going to be different from the one you have been taken before she got pregnant. Now, you don't expect that you're going to be lying on top of a pregnant woman like the missionary type. No, you have to either stand or you lay on your side. I mean, just look for a convenient position, and you need to talk. Both of you need to communicate during this activity, because if you are not communicating, if you are not talking, the man will not know where he's paining you. There is no way the woman will also know, what you want from her. So it's good to talk. It's good to say, oh, hold me here, hold me there. This is how I want you to swing. This is how I want you to do. Now, I'm saying all of this because, see, there are some marriages that it is these sexual activities, that has destroyed the fabric of the love, because somehow the man feels unsatisfied, so he goes out there, flirting, cheating, carrying different women. And for some women too, some women will be like, he cannot satisfy me. He does not even have the kind of energy it takes to satisfy me. But the truth is, these things are not cast in stone. They are not rocket science. It's just practice. If you can practice, if you both can experiment, it's not so much of an hassle. It's not so much of work to do. Now, another thing is you need to get information about it. You need to get information as much as you can. And don't have a nonchalant attitude towards it. Don't say, oh, is it food? Don't say, oh, is that the only thing you think of? Is that the only thing you think about? No. I mean, once you are in marriage, if he wants it, at times give it to him. I know that it's not all the time that you want it, that you will be able to give it, and it's not all the time that she wants it, that you'll be able to give it. But please let it be that most, like 95% of the time, you are in a state where you can give it. It's not all the time you will be in the mood, but the truth is, if you married your friend, or you have a friend as your partner, there are places, in your body they can touch that will put you in the mood. And before you know it, you yourself that thought, oh, you were in the mood, automatically you will find yourself in the mood, and you will start dancing along. Now, another thing I'm going to say is that sexual intercourse or sexual activity between couples is a dance, is not a fight. I'm going to stress that again, that sexual intercourse between couples is a dance. It's a dance and it is not a fight. Now, when I hear things like, after I had sex with me, oh, I started bleeding, I was bruised, I could, whenever I wee, I get hotness, from my wee, I feel pains here and there, I get bruises, then it means you guys are going into a wrestling contest or a wrestling match. No, it's not supposed to be a struggle, it's not supposed to be a fight. I mean, if you are emotionally into each other, then you need to understand the rhythm of your bodies. I mean, you need to move or swing according to the rhythm of your body. I mean, do it in love, do it also in communication, because you need to be communicating. When you're experiencing pain, you should not, keep quiet during the act. You need to say, oh, please, can you move a bit like this? Oh, can you help me lift this? Can you do this? Don't just keep quiet until you sustain injuries, and as a result of the injury, you now get discouraged. You don't want it anymore. Don't let it get to that point. Now, lastly, I've also heard complaints or concerns for some spouses. I'll say, ma'am, me, one of the reasons why I don't even want to hear that sex at all is because each time I have sex with him, that is when I contact one disease or the other. That is when I start treating sexually transmitted disease. Now, if you are the promiscuous type as a wife or a husband, the honest truth is, when you go out there sleeping around unprotected and you come back home, to want to sleep with your wife, you will definitely be infecting them with sexually transmitted diseases. And if this happens, it's not going to be good for their health. So if they are rejecting your offer of wanting sex as a result of contacting the fear of contacting STDs, then their fear may be valid or their rejection may be valid, because the truth is, I would not advise anyone to put their health at risk because they want to satisfy or please someone else. No, don't put your health at risk. Life is worth much more, than whatever pleasure you are willing to get. So if you have STDs as a husband or a wife, please go for treatment. Stop being stubborn. Stop saying, I'm not the one, I don't have it. No, please go for checkup and get all the necessary treatment that you need to get, and be contented with the wife of your youth or with the husband of your youth. Be contented with what you have. If both of you can experiment, if both of you can do the work, if both of you can patiently work together, I tell you, sex would not be a hassle in your marriage. It's not designed to be a hassle. It's designed to be a tool of enhancement, a tool that will help both of you bond. It's not meant to be a tool, that a tool for quarrel, a tool for fight. It's not supposed to be a tool, for harming your body, or subjecting your body to pain or to sickness. No. So when it's getting to that, you should obviously know that something is wrong. So maybe you seek a gynecologist advice or a professional doctor's advice. Please go for treatment if need be. Read books, get exposure, because at times the problem some people have is the problem of ignorance. Ignorance. You keep saying, oh, I know it all. Meanwhile, you know nothing. So why not go for knowledge? Search it out. Apart from knowledge, pay attention to the wife you married or to the husband you married. Try to understand their style. Try to understand what they want. Don't deprive them of anything. So long you are whole in body, you are not sick, you are not, it's not as if you are handicapped or anything. Give of yourself to them, because that is part of what marriage is all about. Do not deprive your wife of sex. Do not deprive your husband of sex. Do not make them beg for it. No, that is not how God designed it. It's a free gift. You were freely given those organs. So you too, God gave them to you freely. So freely give it to your partner. It's not a time to start hoarding it. You don't hoard sex in marriage. You could do that before marriage, because if you are not married, then you are meant to preserve or keep yourself. You could audit, for as long as you are ready for marriage. But as soon as you are married, then sex is no longer audible. It's no longer a commodity you can hoard. You have to give it out freely to your spouse, to your partner when they want it, however they want it. And if you are not up to it, explain to them why, the reason, give cogent reason, and not that you'll be abusive, you'll be saying it in an abusive way. Is it food? Is it that you can't think of any other thing? No, please, that is not good, as that could spoil your relationship and could gradually create a crack in your home, and before you know it, your partner may start looking out there, and that will not be our portion. So I'd like to stop here today. I remain your host, Molarihan Okuti. Please do remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more, as I promise to bring you more interesting topic, and hit the like button if you do like this video. Thank you so much. Join us another time till we meet again. I say bye bye.